Hello guys, today we will be discussing the AWS certification path as per the certification paths provided on the website of AWS. This is a comparatively recent page that AWS made available, and it provides the certification path, the correct sequence of certifications that need to be taken depending on your role or where you see yourself in terms of your career. To start with, a quick definition of certification path. So if one certifying body has several certifications, it usually tries to provide you with a certification path as to which is basically the number of certifications in a certain sequence that you have to pass in order to succeed in a certain role or in a certain career. This of course doesn't give you the 100% guarantees that you will succeed in your career, but still they provide you with an approximate direction of your certifications that you should take depending on your career. This is true also for CompTIA, for Red Hat, for Azure, and many other certifying bodies. For example, many people build their own certification paths by passing different certifications of different bodies. For example, they pass 3 certifications with CompTIA, they pass with AWS, then they pass with Red Hat, then they pass with Cisco, or with some other body, and they build their own stack of certifications. And other people, they follow just the certifications with one certification provider, and they follow the path provided by it. So today we will be focusing on certification paths provided by AWS, specifically on their website. I will leave the link on the document that I'm reviewing during this video and in the description section down below. So to start with, AWS divides the approach to the cloud certifications in 3 main types, which is new to tech, someone from business roles, marketing, sales, accounting, finance, or anything else, or IT professionals. Under IT professionals, they mean people who have at least 1 year experience in IT industry. For first 2 groups, for someone who is new to tech and for someone who is coming from business roles, it advises to start with cloud practitioner certification and then to progress in order to be able to progress to something else, because cloud practitioner provides a foundational knowledge about the cloud and its different aspects. When it comes to IT professionals, people who have 1 or 2 years in IT industry or with the cloud, it advises to start with an associate level certification and then to progress depending on your specific career path. I discussed the associate certification bundle in the video that should appear up here, so that you can review the certifications included in associate bundle. Next, AWS provides certification paths for 8 specific directions in the IT industry, and these are the architecture, data analytics, development, operations, DevOps, security, networking, and AI ML, which is artificial intelligence or machine learning. It provides a set of certifications that you should normally pass, which is the set that is sort of mandatory for the certain role if you follow the AWS certification path. It also provides 1 to 2 certifications at the end for the deep dive into the industry, deep dive into what you're doing depending on your role, and 1 or 2 certifications that are optional. Optional certifications are not present at each path, but still they are present in some of them. The direction of architecture. This direction involves 2 main roles: solutions architect and application architect. Solution architect includes 3 mandatory certifications, and application architect includes 4 mandatory certifications. I'm not gonna mention cloud practitioner because AWS mentions this foundational certification of it for every certification path, so I don't think it's worth mentioning. I will leave a link to cloud practitioner exam of AWS in the description section down below. For solutions architect, it of course advises to pass along with cloud practitioner, solutions architect associate, and solutions architect professional. If you want to dive deeper, you can pass the specialty certification in security. Remember that you need to have at least, you are recommended to have, to be exact, at least 5 years of experience in security to be able to pass this certification. Application architect. Application architect should also start with cloud practitioner, proceed with solutions architect associate, but on the contrary to solutions architect, it has to pass the developer certification, a developer associate, and then proceed to DevOps engineer professional certification. If you want to deep dive, their dive deep selection for this one is solutions architect. Data analytics includes only one role, which is cloud data engineer. Please don't mix it up with cloud engineer role, because cloud data engineer and cloud engineer are doing slightly different things, to put it that way. So this is not the same role. So cloud data engineer, as per AWS, is dealing with automating collection and processing of structured, semi-structured data and monitoring data pipeline performance. So it starts with cloud practitioners, then proceeds to solutions architect associate, and then to data analytics specialty. If you want to dive deeper, you can pass the specialty security. This is one of the certifications where they include 2 specialty certifications, one mandatory data analytics and the other one is security. Development direction includes the software development engineer role. This is one of the shortest certification paths provided by AWS, where you just have to pass the cloud practitioner, developer associate, and then end with DevOps engineer professional. There is no need for any dive deep for software development engineer. Quite easy, isn't it? However, the certifications appear to be quite tough, developer and then DevOps engineer. Anyway, if you go to operations, you have to pass 2 certifications. If you are in operations, you have 2 career directions, which is system administrator and cloud engineer. Cloud engineer is here. As I mentioned, it's not the same as cloud data engineer. For system administrator, it's fairly easy. You have to pass cloud practitioner and then SysOps administrator. If you want to dive deeper, you can pass DevOps engineer professional certification. For cloud engineer, you have to again pass cloud practitioner, SysOps administrator, and then security specialty. But security is not dive deep. If you want to dive deeper, you have to pass DevOps engineer and advanced networking specialty certification. This is, by the way, the cloud engineer role has one of the longest certification paths in among AWS occupations, which can be explained by the fact that cloud engineer is dealing with the cloud directly. That's why he or she has to have wider exposure to cloud, to knowledge and expertise about the cloud. Next, we've got the DevOps direction, and this include test engineer, cloud DevOps engineer, and DevSecOps engineer. DevSecOps engineer includes cloud practitioner, SysOps administrator, and DevOps engineer as foundational, associate, and professional certifications, and at last it includes security specialty certification. There is no dive deep, so you have to it's mandatory, as AWS considers, to pass all these 4 certifications in order to be able to succeed in DevSecOps field. Cloud DevOps engineer is cloud practitioner, developer, of course, and then there is one optional SysOps administrator associate certification, and then there is DevOps engineer dive deep, if you want to dive deeper into cloud DevOps engineer. For the test engineer, there is cloud practitioner, developer, and DevOps engineer at the end. There is no dive deep for this position as well. I think DevOps includes one of the most interesting roles among all others, so I really like the DevSecOps engineer, what they do. Test engineer sounds really interesting, and cloud DevOps engineer certainly sounds interesting. Now we come to security. This is the cloud security engineer who needs to pass cloud practitioner, SysOps administrator, and security. And then for deeper dives, they have to pass DevOps engineer and advanced networking certifications. For cloud security architect, they only require cloud practitioner, solutions architect, and security. And for dive deeper, they require solutions architect professional. I know it's easier to say than to do because this is quite an exhaustive and hard list of certifications for cloud security architect role, because it includes one professional, one specialty, and one associate. It's quite tough. Then we are proceeding to networking, which includes network engineer. Network engineer has to pass cloud practitioner certification, solutions architect, and advanced networking. For deeper dive, he has to pass the security specialty certification. As you may see, advanced networking is one of the mandatory certifications for this role, whereas security is just dive deep. And very last specialty is AI and ML. AI and ML include the cloud practitioner at the very beginning, then it includes solutions architect, then at the third mandatory place it includes two certifications, which is SysOps administrator associate and developer associate, and at the end it includes machine learning specialty. There is no deep dive certification for machine learning, so obviously all of the certifications, and there are 5 in total, are mandatory. As you might see, there is a set of really roles and responsibilities, and especially roles in AWS certification path. It's very important that you actually look at it very closely, because it puts together the main cloud related roles that are very popular at the moment. Especially, for example, architecture. Solutions architects and application architects are paid well. Then we can consider operations, we can consider DevOps, and also security. You may see that all of these roles are specifically cloud related, so you have a clear distinction between what role does what, because nowadays some companies try to summarize the role say cloud security engineer or cloud data engineer under an umbrella of cloud engineer, but realistically cloud engineer may have different roles of responsibilities depending on the company, and that's why it's important for you, at least in your head, even if company hires you as a cloud engineer to do, say, cloud data engineer jobs and responsibilities, you have to be able to differentiate between different cloud roles so that you know which certification path can benefit you most in your career. Don't underestimate these certifications, and don't underestimate how they can boost up your career and make you stand out, especially make your LinkedIn profile stand out in terms of keywords and etc. for potential recruiters. This was a very quick discussion of AWS certification path. If you want a deeper dive, please take a look at my AWS playlist and my video series on AWS certification bundles: foundational, associate, professional, and specialty. Thank you very much for being with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video. Every subscription motivates me to prepare more videos, to pass more certifications, and to provide better content on the channel. Thank you very much for being with me today, and have a nice day. Bye.